Hey, it's Matthew,
And Caleb.
and this is the He Said Yes YouTube channel. And what are we doing today?
Well, today we are 11 days out from our move, and we discussed having a topic for this video, but the last couple days have been so all over the place that this is just going to be a general check-in at 11 days out. I joked that we should call this video
Overweight and drug?
overweight and on drugs, because today we have been you're supposed to test the meds for the pets, so we put the cats on drugs today, and also we're packing our pallet, which
We'll talk about in a minute.
is overweight.
Yeah, we ran into a few issues.
First is the cats.
We'll start with the cats first.
Briefly. So they're taking gabapentin. And gabapentin comes in different forms. You can get liquid, pill. I think you can get powder. They will not eat a powder that we put in their food. So we got pills. We gave them both pills. Coincidentally, I also filled their food up recently. And speaking of which, when we put fresh food into their food bin, they go crazy about eating their food.
So as soon as we gave them their medicine, they both just seemed to want to eat.
They were eating a bunch, and we should have taken their food away. We didn't. So about an hour and a half after it takes about 2 hours to get in their system. About an hour and a half after we gave it to them, Kevin threw up. So we don't know. Definitely some got in his system because he was pretty doped out, but it didn't all get into his system. And Grayson was very doped out. He walked into his cat carrier, which we have laying out on the floor, hoping that they'll start to lay in them as a bed,
Which he never does.
He's never done it before. He just walked in and laid down and sat there like this. And Kevin was having a tough time.
Kevin had a tough time. He slept for like 10 minutes, but seemed to fight it the entire time. So the test run of the drugs is inconclusive. I'm pretty sure we're still set on giving them gabapentin the day of the travel because it's going to make them feel a lot better, and it's going to make us feel a lot better.
I think it'll still be a lot of struggles with them on the plane, but hey, stay tuned. In other news, we recently did a video of what do I do with all my stuff when I move, and that video focused largely on our experiences narrowing down our things and selling and giving away our things. What to get rid of and how to get rid of it, and not what are we taking as much.
And up till this point, I have felt like we've narrowed things down pretty intensely, and that we had very few items that we were taking with us. Today proved that to be false.
So a little bit of background on the pallet. A pallet is 40 by 48 inches, and depending on how high you stack it, you pay a certain base amount, and within that amount you get up to X amount of pounds. And we are taking both of our bicycles. I think we mentioned that previously, and these are really nice, relatively expensive road bikes, which means that they're very lightweight road bikes, and these take up probably 20 to 25% of the pallet, and all the full height, and each one weighs about 30 pounds. So we have kind of gone on the assumption all along we can put as much as we want onto this pallet, because we're using so much space with such a small amount of weight that there's just no way we're going to hit the limit. I'm doing a lot of talking. I think he's still a little traumatized, but so one thing to do as you go along, everything we've put on the pallet, we have been weighing box by box by box. I've been keeping track of it, actually not adding up periodically. I sat down at one point and I was like, I should really see where we're at. And we are doing 70 inches, and we get at 810 pounds. So I sat down, I totaled up all of the weight that we have so far, and it was 801 pounds.
So much stuff all over the apartment that we that still had to go on the pallet.
And a ton of space still to fill on.
Well, let's go back a little bit. Before we started weighing things, we first thought we weren't going to have physical space on the pallet for all the items. So we started to panic because there are certain things that need to come, like the litter boxes for the cats.
The bikes.
The bikes, our computer monitors, because we both work from home, those kinds of items. So we
narrowed down our clothes to like not that much clothes.
And our kitchen items are all in one box. Like we really narrowed things down to like, what do we not want to replace, basically. And then of course we have some like mementos, decorative
some of those
items,
are heavy,
things like that. So first we didn't have the physical space, and then we solved the physical space.
We weren't even thinking about the weight because we thought, no way we're going overweight. We're not bringing a bunch of books, and the bikes are taking up so much of the pallet.
And then we realized that the weight was way over. So just to recap what we've done today, we have been unpacking boxes to re-go through things that we've already gone through. Sometimes
that we've already unpacked and gone through before.
Sometimes 2 times and 3 times. So today we re-unpacked and repacked.
So one of the other things that we did, per pound over the weight cost $3 per pound. We each get to check one bag for free. We're flying Delta Comfort. I don't know if we get the free bag because we're flying in the Comfort part of the cabin or because I'm a Gold Card member. But either way, we each get 2 free bags up to 50 pounds. We weren't going to check additional bags, but we can $100 per bag. So if you do the math, that's 50 pounds. That's $2 a pound for extra checked bags. So we got 2 luggages.
I didn't even do that math. That's funny.
We got 2 luggages and filled them, literally to 48 and 49 pounds, giving ourselves just a little wiggle room in case the scale at the airport is slightly different than ours. So do you want to add? I feel like I'm doing all the talking, but it's been, I guess the other thing I'll say,
it's been a long day.
It's been a stressful day, and I think we both have very different roles in the relationship.
You'll see that more as we make more videos.
Especially once we get to the videos where we're doing like the money and the numbers and the stuff like that. That's all mine. At some point we'll do a video about like moving from dollars to euros, which is still a process that I'm figuring out right now. That's all the stuff that I do. He does all the packing, and since we are filming right now, maybe if we film another recap once we're there, he'll have more to add. But I feel like because he's responsible for all the packing, you're kind of like,
I've gone back and forth between it's all on track and it's going to be fine to we need to get rid of more things. I think at this current moment in time, I would love to say that the pallet is packed and stacked and ready to go. The reality is it is not. There are still things that need to go on it. We're not sure if we're going to hit the weight limit. There's still some things that are up in the air as of even right now. And we only have one more weekend left after this one. In addition to that, just an update on the things that we're trying to get rid of. As you can see, we're still sitting on a couch. I've been trying to give away this free couch for now probably about 2 weeks. It's been listed. I've had a lot of really fun stories about people who want this couch, who know the measurements and still think that
you're saving some of these, right? So we can do it.
Yeah, we'll do some reenactments, but still think that this is going to fit into an SUV. I still have a 6 foot by 3 foot dining room table. So that's our update. It's a little bit messy. I'm not even showered today, which I'm going to do after this. We have plenty left to do. We'll try to make another video soon. At least one, I'm going to say at least one more before we move. I'm finding that the closer the move gets,
the more challenging
the reality it is. Like, I just want to be able to like make a good video, but also just constantly on the edge of being like stressed. The unsexy side of moving abroad, which I think is important as well, because there's a ton of videos out there and very few focus on this part. I think a lot of people are like, it's fine.
When I think a lot of people don't pause to make we're not really in the mood to make a video when we're like drowning in our stuff, but that's why I felt like it was important to just kind of pause and do it and like check in with where we are now.
Yeah.
And the cats are back to not really being drugged at all. So I don't know how the flight is going to go, but like he said, we'll try to check in one more time. And we'll definitely check in afterwards as we're getting settled. I think we mentioned the day after we get there is Pride. So we'll take some pictures and throw those up in a video.
Make a video of our first Pride in Amsterdam.
So thanks for tuning in.
Have a good day.